Hello, guys. Welcome to the Chit the Chat podcast. I'm Jace.
I'm Dallin.
And I'm Joe.
What do you guys got going on this week?
It's Halloween time! I'm really excited.
You guys like Halloween?
I hate how excited Dallin gets about
He
stuff.
is very excited about it, and I don't think that he likes Halloween that much. I personally hate Halloween.
You're wrong.
I like nothing about Halloween, except for candy being cheap after Halloween.
Candy's cheap after Halloween.
Mhm.
Exactly. Like
I was-
Pre-Halloween
November,
candy is gold.
wonderful.
I was in Walmart yesterday.
Walmart is a madhouse.
It was pretty mad. But I was in there, I think I had to just buy random stuff, and I thought, I want a snack. And I saw the candy section, and I thought, I wish I could, but I know that's triple the price. it
Yeah,
should
you're
be
buying
right now.
$12 for a bag rather
Yeah.
than $4 for a
Ridiculous.
bag. What's your guys' go-to Halloween candies? Like, I know most people will say Reese's.
Reese's.
I don't like Reese's.
That's fine.
See, I'm a
I-
fan of like the Kit Kats.
I think the smaller the Reese's, the better it is.
I agree.
Those
The
So
more,
you
the
love
more
the pieces.
chocolate.
Yes.
Yes. Pieces are
the more
wonderful.
chocolate peanut butter,
Yeah.
those giant ones,
That
those
are-
are disgusting.
those
It's
ones are
just
really
like
bad.
a jar of peanut butter
The-
with a light drizzle.
But the
Those
peanut
ones
butter
are
is
bad.
not like peanut butter. It's
No,
this
it's-
chalky, awful mess.
Yeah, it's peanut butter like.
I despise it.
It's weird.
I saw a Facebook meme or statistics or whatever you want to call it, a picture.
Picture.
Meme statistics picture.
Well, it was showing.
It was a meme of statistics.
Yeah, it was showing what all of the most popular candies in each
Was this
state
a-
is.
Pie graph or something.
No,
Of
it
each
was
state.
it was showing a map of the United States,
Okay.
and then on each state, the outline would be
Their
whatever candy that state seemed to prefer for
And it
Halloween.
was all just Reese's.
No, a lot were Reese's, but Utah, I was dumbfounded.
What was it?
We probably got something stupid like.
If it's
Butterfingers
candy
or
corn, I'm gonna
something.
throw up.
You're so
Oh,
close.
God.
Jolly Ranchers.
Jolly Ranchers are
Oh,
delicious.
I hate
What?
Jolly
I
Ranchers.
hate
You hate
Jolly
Jolly
I-
Ranchers?
There is not a single Jolly
I don't know if
Rancher
I can
that like.
continue to
Uh-uh.
sit at this table with you people.
They're
How do
so
you-
The pineapple
bad.
Jolly Rancher is delicious.
Joe, you cannot convince me that any Jolly Ranchers.
You're an
are
awful
bad.
person.
Jolly Rancher.
They're so bad.
Yeah, Jolly Ranchers are not good, and I was dumbfounded that
You
was
people are
Utah's
nuts.
favorite candy.
My wife likes candy corn.
That's
I don't get it.
When
That's
I was
also
younger,
weird.
I used to like candy
Ugh,
corn, and I think
I've
that's
never
just
liked
because
candy corn.
it's sugar wax.
Every
Now that
year,
I have grown up and realized that
I don't
wax
think
is
I
not
even.
good.
I don't think I even remember what it tastes like. I just know that I don't.
it
like
tastes
I haven't
like
eaten it.
ear and
Yeah.
sugar.
I haven't
Yeah.
eaten it in years because I just know, like, wow, that tastes
Well,
bad.
but the
Yeah.
problem is
I
that
think I did the same thing. Like last year, I tried a piece. I'm like,
I do
no,
that every year. That's
I'm
the thing. I do
good.
every year. I'm like, I'm gonna
Typical
try this.
mistake.
Maybe this year it's not gonna taste like earwax and sugar.
No. It
Every
is-
year it tastes the same. It's
Well,
always
I
garbage.
don't think that they've changed their.
Well, somebody needs to be doing
Well,
something. up in
I'm
there.
sure that they've stopped making candy corn because nobody buys it, and
And
they just
they
sell
sell
it on
it.
Halloween.
All we're
every
selling is the
year.
reserves each
It's
year.
been done for like
Does
5
candy corn
years.
get old? It's like 1,000 years old every
I'm
piece
sure
of
it
it.
does, but where it is like
I don't know.
waxy, I don't think it goes old
Yeah, I
quick.
don't know.
It's just preservatives and sugar.
I
Yeah.
also saw another picture over Facebook that was explaining why it was called candy corn.
Mm.
If you stack them up in a circle, like triangle facing in, yellow part facing out, and you make a circle, stack a circle on top of that, circle on top
Then
of
it
that,
makes a corn.
it looks like an ear of corn.
Somebody has way too much
Alright.
time on their hands.
Yeah. but-
Speaking of people with way too much time on their hands, so I have this horrible new obsession on YouTube
What is that?
where these people do playthroughs on Pokemon
Yeah.
of things that
Speedruns?
you would never want. to
Oh,
use.
okay. So like Nuzlocke or like
So
Bidoofs only or something
I
like
watched.
that.
I watched first. What started all this madness is I watched somebody try and play Gen 1.
With Dittos only.
No, with Magikarp.
Mm.
Magikarp
Yeah, that
only.
one's rough
Yeah.
because if
But
it
you
evolves,
can't.
you can't.
Well, you can stop it from evolving.
Right. But so the key is to waste all the splashes
Yeah.
and then just struggle.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
when you go
Until
and
you get to
heal
level
it,
15 and you get tackled.
then right. But if you go and heal it, then it gets all that
Yeah.
back. So you have to like keep it on the verge of death
But
for so long.
Here's
just
the
to make any
problem, and it's the
progress.
problem that he ran into. What do you do if there's a ghost type Pokemon? Because in Gen
You
1's
can't hit it.
struggle,
Yeah, you can't.
is a physical
You
attack.
stop at what is
Yep.
it like the 6th gym?
Yep.
You literally cannot progress.
Oh,
in the
really?
game.
that's what happened. Is he was like,
Yeah.
well, the answer is you can't do it.
What a bummer.
And then, so that made me watch the Ditto run, where a
Mhm.
guy beat it with just Ditto.
Yeah.
And this is a different guy, but then right now I'm watching him play it with 6 Smeargles.
Smeargle is very
Smeargle's a
good.
good Pokemon.
Actually, he's awful. His
No.
attack stats are absolutely
Okay,
dog
let
crap
me-
garbage.
Let me
Horrible.
preface that. Let me
Horrible.
preface that. Smeargle is very good when you're catching shiny Pokemon. He is very bad at killing things.
Yeah, well, and what his thing is that he has what's
So
called
sketch.
Yeah.
and so he can essentially copy the last move he was attacked by.
Mhm.
So that's what he's doing is he has to save his sketch for the moves that he wants.
Good move.
Right, but when you get hit by a Hydro Pump or something, you're dead
Right.
anyway.
Or if you accidentally sketch and get like a tail whip.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because if your speed's slower or something,
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. It's just been really fun to watch this guy. He gets very upset. He's like, I just 3-shot a Rattata. This is horrible and I hate it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put the link to the playlist of those videos in our YouTube description because I found it quite entertaining.
You
So-
liking them a lot?
I used to enjoy watching those, but I think I've enjoyed watching the speed runs more, where they physically
Time-lapse it.
break the game.
Oh, just the glitches? Well, you
Yeah.
can beat...
Well, like Gen 1, like one of the speed runs that they'll track is the all 51. You have to catch all 51 and missing no, which is 152 technically in the game. Like it's totally glitched, not a real Pokemon.
Right.
But you got to catch all of them,
Mhm.
and then whenever you do, that's when your time stops.
Mhm.
So they've only got to get like I feel like they one gym or something to be able to unlock everything, to be able to go through and manipulate the items and catch everything.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wasn't there a way to beat... There's like... You can beat Pokemon Red through a glitch by never leaving your house.
I don't know.
I think I saw something
They're
like that.
very well could be.
So,
But I enjoy watching those runs where they like find the little glitches in the
Yeah.
game, where like not even with just Pokemon, but like Zelda and stuff, where you're a little bit faster if you do the side roll rather than running
Yeah.
forwards. So
Did
they
you
have
know
these like
in
little
Mario,
tricks.
when you're standing on top of the green tubes, if you point down, it'll take you through and pop you up on the other end.
that's...
Like glitches like that.
No, like things that aren't supposed to happen down.
That's supposed to happen. That's not a glitch. That's the game.
Granted, in Mario
I
speedruns, they do
They
the
take
level
advantage
8
of that.
warp, but
What I've been watching, also another thing I've been watching, is Mega Man 11 speedruns. Because Mega Man
is that the
11
brand
came
new
out
one?
recently.
Yeah,
There's a guy who beats the whole
haven't
game in
enjoyed
38 minutes. It's
Whoa.
insane.
I mean, to be fair, Mega Man's not a huge game. It does take a while.
Have
to
you ever...
get through
Mega
a
Man
level.
is hard as hell.
It is,
I love those
but
games.
it's not a huge
but
game.
I'm awful, and I hate them because they're so hard.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of Mega Man or Sonic.
I
Like,
love Mega Man.
two
I don't
two
like either
that,
of 'em, yeah.
that people like. I just never got into it. It's not my type of game.
I thought Sonic was fun.
See, and I like
I
Spyro
hated
and
Sonic.
Crash Bandicoot. Like those are my type of games.
Well, yeah, but that's a little bit after Mega Man and Spyro were there.
It's true.
well, I mean,
All
of
Crash
them-
Bandicoot might have been because it was a 2D.
Crash Bandicoot
platformer
wasn't-
before.
oh, was it?
anything.
Was it
Crash
eight-bit?
Bandicoot was out before
I didn't know
Spyro.
that.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
it was definitely out before, but I'm talking like
I'm
Sonic.
talking about
and,
like
Mega
8-bit
Man.
games.
Because Crash Bandicoot did have an 8-bit.
No,
I didn't know that.
no, it was PS1.
Did you guys play the remake?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
have the
loved it.
remake.
It's so much harder than I remember.
Well,
I don't have
it-
a clue
it
about
is-
how I
about
beat
old
that game.
games. They're hard.
They're so
Well,
hard.
the thing about the remastered Crash Bandicoot is it is slightly harder
Did they make it?
because the sprite for Crash is not a square. He's
Oh.
egg shaped. So when he stands on something, he'll like slide off if he's on a corner,
Mhm.
which is infuriating in the game where you should
Was
be
he
able
not
to
egg-shaped before he
pixel
was square?
walk.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, because in the old games you could literally walk to the
Get
edge
right
of
on
a
the edge
block
of it.
and then make your jump. Whereas this one you have to still be
Uh.
on the block relatively, and then like in the newer ones, like you can slide then jump,
Right.
which you have to do to make a lot of the jumps.
I'm glad they
in the
kept
later
my
games,
favorite
but-
glitch in there. Not glitch, but way to beat it was on the rope bridge.
Yeah, you can keep walking
you-
on the side
yeah,
rather
you just
than actually
Jump up on the
jumping.
rope on the side and just run on
Which-
the rope the whole way.
Not an easy thing to do when
It's
you're doing
not.
the time
It
trials.
still took
when
me,
you
like-
still got to get down,
Yeah,
get the
it
box.
still
get
took
back
me like
on.
15 tries, but I got it.
15 is nothing. Like
Yeah, you lose a lot.
you
of lives.
usually will restart your game a couple of times because you just have lost so many lives.
Yeah.
You
I-
can't really take advantage of that on the new PlayStation, whereas the PlayStation 1 you could just turn it off before saving.
Yeah.
Get your 100 lives back and try again.
Well, and that's I think the problem with those old games is that there's no auto save features, and that's what makes like Mega Man. no matter what, unless you beat a boss, you're done. You have to beat the boss on the level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's infuriating. You can get all the way to the end of the
There are
freaking
no
level.
checkpoints.
Yeah. Do you think that's why, as kids growing up, always your parents would yell, when you're at a stopping point, hurry and come help or something?
Yeah.
As I'm playing games
enjoyed
now,
that.
I'm like, I'm constantly at a stopping point.
That,
Like, I can
but that
pause
doesn't
it.
work if you're playing an online game, my friend.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, there's both sides of that coin where you can stop whenever because it does
You can pause it
save,
or whatever.
or you're on the online game and you have to finish your match or
I remember,
suffer whatever consequences may be.
I was confident I was cheating the system when I was watching PBS Kids when I was younger, because they didn't have commercials on PBS. You know,
I mean, they have the brought to you by
in
blah,
between
blah, blah, and viewers
shows,
like you.
in
Yeah.
between shows. But
But
I
you would
remember
still have what, the 15-minute episodes rather than half an
Right.
hour. So
But I remember my
it's
mom would
still
always
the
be
same
like,
amount.
"Hey, on the next commercial break,
Mhm.
you know, go do this." I'm like,
But you had
there
the
is
15-minute
no
shows.
commercial break.
You fool.
Nah, that's a break between shows, not a commercial break.
Yeah, but it's the same.
She
amount
come
of
down an hour
commercials.
later. What are you doing?
There's never been a commercial.
I'm waiting for
Trust
a
me,
commercial
I'm
break.
keeping my eye out.
Yeah, I did not keep my eye out in those situations. I very much ignored the TV as much as I could, trying to get out of doing my chores.
Fair enough. You were talking about Pokemon a while ago.
That's how we got on the video games. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was talking about Halloween even longer ago.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
made a pumpkin that I'm really proud of as we were carving as a family.
I will say I've seen this pumpkin.
Did I
Turned out
actually look
pretty
at it?
good.
I know he wanted me to look at it, and I think you might have showed it to me.
Yeah,
but
I
don't
showed
remember.
it to you. I'll pull it up again. Dallin, go ahead and keep on talking.
I carved a.
I'll put this in the YouTube video.
Yeah, well, I'll send you the picture.
I carved a Pikachu into my pumpkin, and
Did very well.
I did really well. I was really happy. I tried a couple new things that I've not done before. Usually, when I carve my pumpkin, I just hack at it, and hopefully, it ends
Something
up
happens.
at the best.
Yeah.
I hate carving.
This
pumpkins.
time,
It's about my skill level.
this time I drew on the pumpkin what I wanted to carve out first.
How long did you say? Would you say this took?
Oh, probably like 2 hours.
And was an hour of that gutting the pumpkin, though.
I hate gutting.
A lot of
pumpkins.
it was getting. The
I
pumpkin.
hate getting the
So-
sticky, itchy garbage.
Yeah.
You
all
just
over
gotta
me.
know
I
like it's
despise
gonna
it.
happen. And
I usually will wear
suck it up.
gloves and then wash my hands still right after that. But
So-
at least the gloves help minimize that as much as possible.
Yeah, so I really wanted the pumpkin to turn out well. And
Mhm.
so I Googled how to carve an amazing pumpkin or like pumpkin carving tips.
Did you find a
and stuff
YouTube
like that.
video or something?
No, I found a form, like just a blog post. And literally every tip was not how to carve a better pumpkin, but how to keep your pumpkin like alive longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it made me so irritating.
I've got a pumpkin outside my apartment right now
Ah,
that
very nice.
it is
You
totally.
need to do something for Pikachu's other arm. Just cut a little.
Yeah, my
I
brother.
did, it's in there.
No,
You can
Um,
only barely see it, but it's in there.
Well, you need to do a better
you
job.
cut it open.
Yeah, go to the light
You
one.
cannot see anything.
There
at
is.
all.
It is there. And now that the pumpkin's withered a bit, you can see it a bit better.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, the pumpkin outside of my apartment right now, it has totally caved in. The lid has fallen inside of it because it's shrunk. It's also got a bunch of spider webs in it that have turned black, and it is super moldy on the inside.
That's disgusting.
I am
So-
too afraid to touch it at this point to get rid
Throw
of
it
it,
away.
and I think everybody has gotten to that point. So it's sat there for a week like this.
So let me tell you everything they did wrong. So this form said you should carve your pumpkins like 2 or 3 days before Halloween at
Yeah.
most if you want to have
Yeah,
it on
like-
Halloween.
Should have done it on Monday.
That's why I did
This
mine
week.
tonight.
I did mine last week, so I
Yeah.
didn't follow that part. But then also you're never supposed. Everyone cuts the lid off and
Mhm.
uses the stem as a handle. You're never supposed to cut off the stem
Right.
because the pumpkin can still
Grows
get
from the stem.
the pumpkin can still get water and stuff from the stem. As long as the stem is green, the pumpkin is still
Mhm.
feeding off of it, and so you don't cut it off.
Go from the bottom or something.
They suggest go from the back.
That works.
And
Staple
then
it in.
yeah, and then when you're cleaning it out, and this is why it took me so long to clean it, was because they said like that's the most important part. They said how they clean it is not only do they just clean it, but then they kind of like start to carve from the
I
inside.
really get
Yeah,
Everything has
usually
to be
I'll
gone.
take
So,
the spoon and take
something
a good
I did this
layer
year-
off the side.
to get double usage out of my pumpkin.
Mhm.
As we painted the pumpkins
Oh,
And then
smart.
carve
a
it
couple
after.
weeks weeks ago.
Oh, really?
And then it's just nothing happens to it. It just is fine.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
I just
pumpkin.
barely carved the pumpkin tonight.
Oh, that's really smart.
Yeah, that works. Double duty.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, you're a genius.
It was not my idea.
Wonder if you could like.
Joe, your wife, Jade is a genius.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could like spray the inside with some sort of coating, like. I mean,
Keep it from molding?
yeah. I mean, like not like hairspray, because I mean, like that would just light on fire with a candle or whatever. But
Yes.
like some sort of clear coat to it to still like give it the yellow color.
So-
with the...
This is the last thing that they said to keep your pumpkins fresh.
Fresh.
Wrap it up in saran wrap
That works.
and keep it in your fridge.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Because I have so much fridge space
Yeah.
to leave my pumpkin in.
Yeah, I barely have
Yeah,
space.
you gotta have like a whole
for-
fridge to put a pumpkin in.
Exactly. I was a little confused when they thought like this is a great idea.
Dallin, can we please get a dating update from you for this week?
So
Please.
dating update.
Any news from the Brazilian?
No news.
She never responded to you after you attempted to communicate with her in her language.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I still think you said that wrong.
Tudo bem.
Like, and you also didn't just say that. Like, I don't think that you were doing what you
Tudo bem.
intended to do.
It's tudo bem.
Well, okay, but you
It's
still
fine.
didn't stop at that. You
So
had another paragraph added to that.
let me tell you a story. My older brother, his girlfriend had my phone,
Uh-huh.
and I told her that she can play Mutual for me.
Right.
And
Is
so-
this when she updated your profile, made it better?
No,
This
this
was a
was
while-
this
that was a
weekend.
while ago.
Oh, okay.
This was this
So
weekend.
just recent.
Um,
She probably doesn't play as aggressively as my wife does. If I had to
far
guess.
more.
Oh, really?
1, 2, 3,
That's
4,
impressive.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Welcome to the
18
Chit the Chat
matches.
podcast. We can hear Dallin count.
Goodness.
18 matches. So, did you set up any dates from your 18 matches?
No,
It looks
I
like a lot of them
messaged-
he hasn't even messaged.
I messaged 9 or 10 of them, and 2 have replied.
This doesn't make sense.
So there's an 18 to 2 ratio.
Well, to be fair,
They match with you, just not
One-
expecting.
one
Are they
time.
just spamming
no.
the match? I don't understand why they
I
wouldn't reply to you
think-
after you send them a message.
To be fair, a lot of them are probably likes from a week ago or something. They could have found a date, or they were dating somebody a little bit and then got
I mean,
serious
how-
or
Yeah, I don't
whatever.
know.
However,
I was-
80% of them being that, I feel like is a bit much,
Mhm.
and there's something about you.
And what's
that's
your
putting
opening
them off.
message again?
It's
It's-
something about the holiday or whatever's
Hey,
coming up.
it's
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah,
So-
it's Halloween.
Hey
What
Blank,
is
how are
your-
you? Question mark. Do you have any fun plans for
Halloween?
Okay, but
Halloween.
here's the problem. You're leading with a date, it sounds like. You're
It-
leading with
it-
asking them
It
for
does sound
Halloween.
like that.
I'm just asking if they're doing anything fun.
I know, but to them,
But
they're
how-
thinking, do I have any fun
if
plans?
you
He wants
asked
to make
me-
plans with me for Halloween.
Yeah,
I'm not going to respond to it.
See,
even
but,
if you were to ask
e-
me that, I would think that you're trying to set up something for us to do,
On
like
Halloween.
see, but
play
I'm
video
even
games or
okay with
something.
that because I can't tell you how many girls I've talked to. Well, okay, so I've talked to them, and they say, "I just wish a guy would talk to me, get my number, text me, and then ask me out on a date."
See,
You're
and
skipping
And
the
I'm
talk
like-
to me part, though.
I
They
said
need to
that- I
talk
said-
to you before to
Well,
find out if you're a
the-
creep
the
ass
problem
first, before
is-
you ask them to
See,
come hang
but
out
this
with
is
you on
what girls
Halloween.
are- this is what
Could
girls are
freaking
telling.
Jason their face off.
But this is what girls
see,
are telling
hold
me.
on. I think that Dallin is correct on this because some of them are eager to just get the dating part out of the way. However, I do think that more than half of them
I think
would
you're-
like
you're-
to.
I see when a
Go
girl
through
tells
it.
me that, I usually reply like, "Okay, so let's say I just got your number and we share 3 messages and I ask, do you want to go out on a date?
Hmm.
Would that creep you out?" And they almost always say yes.
Yeah.
It is. But
So I'm right.
apparently,
Is that what you're
yeah,
saying?
you're right. But apparently, a lot of girls
Why
want to
did you-
be asked out real quickly,
Right.
or at least they think so until it actually happens.
Yeah, I think
That's a
I
big
think that the
thing,
problem
too,
was
to
with
be
your leading
fair.
message, and you need to be like, "Hey, I'm down. What's up?" Before you're like,
What's
"Hey,
up?
let's go
What-
hang
what's
out
up
at a
is
corn
not a
maze in a
good
dark
one.
alley."
Corn
Corn
maze
maze
in
and-
a dark alley.
Right?
That-
Double. It's
Full corn
big
there
alley.
is so much privacy.
Nobody.
Nobody. to
Dude
hear
with the
you scream.
chainsaw's just gonna run a straight line
Yeah.
against everybody.
I was really trapped with these matches though, because she would keep asking me like, "Do you want me to swipe up on this person?" And sometimes I would say no, definitely not.
So she
and
would
still
anyways.
would.
And she would anyways, and
She's
she
like,
kept saying
"Nah."
like, "Oh, there's no harm in matching," and I was like, "There's harm in matching."
Why?
And there, well,
No,
so
I don't think there is harm in matching.
Why is there harm in matching?
Because I'm probably not going to message them.
Well,
Okay, so
Okay,
then don't
but-
message them.
Okay,
if
so
you don't message them, that's whatever. If you message them and then decide, that's where it starts
See?
to get iffy.
this is the art. And so they got me, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. There's no harm in matching, whatever. So I matched with 18 people, and she's freaking out. She's like, now you have to message all of them. And I'm like, nope, that is where I draw the line.
Yeah, no, if you
There-
had to go through and match
Yeah,
with
and
them,
then
you
she
don't
tried
have
saying
to.
like, "There's no harm in one message," and I'm like,
There's
no,
harm
there's
in a
certain,
message.
there's
Harm
certainly
in a
harm
message.
in one message.
When Dallin's like, "Hey, I wanna do stuff with you on tomorrow." In this case, is Halloween. Like, that's what your message is coming out of.
And they could be like, yeah, come over.
Boy, if only
Man, I
the
got
woodpecker
plans,
cried.
Yeah,
actually.
and mention that I'm actually praying mantis.
It's your Halloween costume, right?
Yeah, that's right. What are you going as for Halloween?
Yeah, I had a big plan to
Master Chief. Again,
make a
that's what I
good.
hear.
Well, I made a big plan to make a good scarecrow costume.
As you do every year.
I had a burlap bag that I was gonna put over my head, and I was gonna sculpt it to make it like actually fit my head.
And
We're
you-
gonna
you had a
sculpt the
chain at
burlap
home?
bag.
Well, yeah, I was gonna put a mask underneath it
I understand what
that
you're saying.
fits my face,
All right, I'm with you.
and then I was gonna stitch it, make it look really cool and creepy.
What have you done of this so far?
I'm probably.
He has a
I
burlap
have a
sack.
burlap sack. I'm probably just gonna wear my kilt.
And go as
As he'll do every
a
year.
kilt man? I don't understand.
Scotsman.
Scotsman, yeah.
To be fair, not many people can do that
Yeah.
around here.
We had a Halloween party, a family Halloween party on Friday, and I went as Salt and Jade went as Pepper.
Saw that you
That
guys
was wonderful. The
Very
easiest possible.
Yeah,
You just
what
got
was it?
all
A
white
pie
and
tin
you
I
with
wore-
2 pieces of
yes.
paper on top?
It was a pie tin with some, look like holes of a salt shaker,
Uh-huh.
and then I wore white and I had an S on my chest.
That's good.
The costume makes 0 sense if I'm not standing next to Jade, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
He
Then-
just looks like S-Man.
Super pure. Super
what's on your head?
This is a symbol for hope.
That's my helmet. You know how like Flash wears a spaghetti strainer on his head?
So there are some rumors going on for the DCEU because Henry Cavill's leaving,
Right.
and so is Ben Affleck.
Mhm.
So what are they going to
That's
do?
not confirmed.
It is. I'm pretty sure that it did actually get confirmed he's leaving.
I don't think they
I
want
didn't
Ben
see
Affleck
anything
around
like that.
anymore.
I don't know.
I mean,
But,
he's
so,
good.
here's the plan.
I would enjoy him.
The rumor plan is Wonder Woman.
CGI them both.
No, the
Please,
next
no.
Wonder Woman movie,
Uh huh.
which is like Wonder Woman 1980 or 70 or 60.
40, probably.
Wonder Woman
You're really good at-
19XX.
Really good at years.
Yeah.
It's probably 40-something for World War II.
They're going to introduce Flashpoint.
So they're just going to restart right
Yep.
off the bat.
They're gonna start over.
Man, we
They-
can't.
but
we
what
got
else do they do?
Flashpoint already. We
But what
didn't
else
even-
do they do?
I mean, I get that.
They're losing their guys.
I totally get that. Like, they're being
and
forced
and
into
they
this
I mean
situation.
nothing has worked so far except for Wonder Woman.
But
So let's just
Flashpoint-
keep her and get rid of everything else.
Flashpoint is such a big
I know.
restart
I know.
in the universe.
But I mean they can't just have somebody else dressed as Superman and be like, what happened to the other guy?
I will say-
Oh, I am him.
Oh, Superman's actually American now. What?
It's better than like the new 52 reboots.
Right.
Like,
Well, they can't do that because
Slightly better.
they can't start completely over because they want to keep Gal Gadot.
They wanna
Right,
Because she's
which is
awesome.
very good.
I didn't have a problem with the Flash character at all.
I think I liked the CW Flash so much that I had a problem with the
I do like the
Flash
CW
character.
Flash.
I think I always have a problem with every Flash.
Yeah, Flash is very hard to get right, but I feel like the CW one is...
I love all
is
the
good.
animated. I think Flash is honestly a great character. I love
On
when
the
he's
animated,
animated.
yeah.
I love when he's
stuff,
animated. I love his
wonderful.
comics, but he's
Honestly-
strictly overpowered. Flash. But
Yeah,
But they don't always
I
take
don't
advantage
think.
of that.
Yeah, I know,
No.
but I don't think.
they give him low blood sugar and such to make up for it.
I think-
What's your weakness? Not enough pizza.
I think every director focuses way too much on that. He's the Spider-Man of our world, and so he becomes
But he's
this
not.
teenage witty kid that's never been Flash, and that's not.
Yeah,
He's kind of a jokester, and he's the comedic
He
relief
is.
of the Justice League.
It's
but
true, but he's not...
He's not
my
a teenager,
favorite
he's not-
episode.
He's not 12.
Yeah.
My favorite episode of the Justice League animated series was when I don't remember how it all happened, but somehow
Is
Lex
it Justice
Luthor's
League or
brain.
Justice League Unlimited?
It's unlimited.
Okay.
Somehow Lex Luthor's brain gets swapped into the Flash's body.
I don't think I've seen that one.
How do I not remember this?
It's awesome.
I
And
thought Lex Luthor and Gorilla Grodd got there.
it had something to do with Grodd. I don't really know how it worked, but so Lex is like, oh, I get to find out who the Flash is. And he goes through a mirror and takes off his mask and he goes, who the hell am I? I think it's
That's
awesome.
not the millionaires.
Yeah. But
I liked the one. I think it was Justice League Unlimited, but I liked the
Unlimited's
one.
good.
I liked the one where who is it?
I mean,
Hawk
Not-
Girl.
sure,
Yeah.
Her like race is invading Earth,
right.
sure.
and
The Hawk Peoples. I
The
don't
Hawk
know what
people.
they are.
do you know their name?
That I did at one point.
I don't know their name.
So the Hawk People.
People are invading
damn it.
Earth, and they want to kill all of the Justice League.
Sure.
And eventually they decide, well, we should go undercover and not just prance about in our costume, cape and cowl.
And our costumes.
Thanagarian.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Yep.
All right.
So
It's
they
hard
decide-
because Wonder Woman's from Themyscira.
Yeah. That's
So
true.
like Thema. Anyways,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So they decide, let's get rid of the cape and cowl. And Flash is all like, hold on, I'm comfortable with you guys, but I don't know if I want you knowing my secret identity yet.
Right.
And Batman just goes up and he points to Superman. Clark Kent points to Wonder Woman. What's Wonder Woman's alias? I don't even remember.
Diana Prince.
Diana Prince and Barry Allen. And then he takes his cowl off and looks Flash right in the face. Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And Flash is like,
That
you
series.
show off.
That series gets Batman so right.
Yeah. it
Yeah.
does.
It gets
It
everybody
does.
so right except for Superman. I cannot stand that when Superman is in space, he has to have a mask on.
Yeah.
It
that
bothers
does bug.
me so much.
Yeah.
Because half the time Superman flies from like one universe to another without a freaking mask on.
He just
It
holds
drives
his
me nuts.
breath for those. When he has to
Even-
talk in between. He's
Yeah.
got the mask.
That's
Even
right.
when he goes like when they go to Atlantis, he has to have a breather on. I'm like, it's Superman. Come on.
Yeah. He's not going to drown.
Yes.
Right.
Please.
So I don't know. That's my only major problem
Do
with that series.
Kryptonians need oxygen?
Not underneath the yellow sun. I don't think they do.
Okay.
I mean, they definitely.
But I've seen him choked in that show, and that causes a problem. So that doesn't make any sense.
It'd be hard for him to talk without the oxygen. To be fair.
I don't know. They have to do it in a
Aquaman
way.
talks about that.
Well,
Yeah, but he does it more like
he talks fish.
telepathically.
they had to make him weak enough that he needed the Justice League,
Yeah, that's true.
right?
Yeah.
And he's still the big gun, but still.
That's always such a problem with
Yeah.
Superman.
Yeah.
Is that he's just so overpowered. Like
But
his
that's what
one
I-
weakness is this obscure rock that you hope
An
floats.
obscure rock and
This
the color
obscure
red.
rock from space
Yeah.
that
But I
floats
think
into
people
Earth's
focus on the-
atmosphere every once in a while.
I think people focus on the wrong things with Superman because they focus on, he's so overpowered he can
Kryptonite.
overcome any problem. The problem is that he's overpowered.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's scared
That's
of
the
himself,
problem that he
yeah.
has to overcome. And that he could lose control any second, like you see in the Injustice games when
Yeah.
he does lose control in that.
Yeah.
And he is an evil, crazy person because he
Now-
can be.
Yeah.
That wasn't how Superman was originally written. Originally, he was just supposed to be the catch-all, really awesome superhero.
Yeah. He was
Well,
supposed
And
to-
later
actually-
on, they developed his story more. And he became-
Originally, Superman couldn't even fly
yeah, he was jumping.
Yeah.
He could leap over a tall building.
because it was that he was from. All of his powers stem from he was from a planet where there was less gravity,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so he came here and he was
He's
stronger, and he
stronger
could jump
and he
over
can-
tall
yeah.
buildings and he could run fast. And then they
Faster
kept
than
giving
speed
him more and
bullet.
more powers.
Yeah.
So
He got the laser eyes real quick, I thought.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they just had a problem come up and like, how do we solve this?
Like
I've got
sequel.
laser eyes.
Laser eyes.
X-ray
Freeze breath.
vision. Yeah.
Atomic breath after that. That's good.
Atomic breath.
You
He
should see
just-
what happens when he farts.
Dangerous.
All earthquakes are caused by Superman's farts.
All of them. Really.
Little known
Little
fact
not
of
not
the
him
DC
slamming
universe.
into the ground from
Yeah.
the atmosphere.
Fighting Doomsday or
Yeah.
Darkseid, no. Just when he toots.
Yeah.
When he toots, Alan.
All right. I will be.
It's a funnier
I
word.
will be pretty sad that we're gonna have the whole Flashpoint thing, and we're not gonna have Darkseid though.
I do think we will have Darkseid.
You think so?
We better.
They've
I
got
just
like
think it'll be with
one
different
movie
characters.
to do
I
it.
think that no, I think it'll be a while before Darkseid comes.
I mean, but they were pushing it so hard in Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
I mean,
I gotta get up and check on the baby.
we don't have kids, Dallin. We don't have this problem. I have cats, and they still aren't this much. Like, I don't have to stand up from a podcast because my cats are crying in the other room.
I have to stand up from a podcast because your cats are annoying me.
Yeah, I mean, you really do have a problem with them, and I don't understand your problem with the cats.
They have it out for me,
They
and that's
do
every
not.
cat.
They do not have it
That's
out for
every
them.
cat. That's why I hate cats.
No, my cats try so
That is
hard
not
to be
true.
your friend.
That's
Anubis
not
tries
true.
so hard to
The
be your
second
friend.
I stand up, he's like, "Oh, this is my chair now," and I have to come back. And I'm like, "Are you kidding me? You're in my chair."
Well, now here's the thing. That is his chair. You're sitting in his chair.
Mm-mm.
That's how that's working. Like, so you are in his territory. However, he is trying to be your friend. He's trying to sit on your lap and like have you pet him. Like, he's not
No.
trying to be mean to you.
No, he's trying to deceive me. He wants me to think he's sitting in my lap just
See,
so I
and
can
I
pet
think
him.
you're just taking it a step too far.
And
in
then
your
he'll
brain.
claw me.
No, he won't. He might like
That's what
need
cats
you.
do.
It's
You
not-
know the
it's not
story.
clawing.
You know the story of the scorpion and the frog.
No, I've
It's
never
in its
heard of
nature.
a
You know,
scorpion and a
the
frog.
frog and the scorpion on the side of the river, and the frog is like, "Hey, I need to get to that side of the river," and the scorpion's like, "Me too." And will you take me? And the frog's like, "No, you'll sting me." And the scorpion's like, "No, I won't." And then he stings him, and then they drown.
What?
That's the scorpion's nature. Is he stings things, and then they drown because the scorpion stung the
That's
frog.
not how scorpions work.
Well, they both drown, and it's the same with cats. It's in their nature. They deceive, manipulate, and then they scratch you.
No,
They take
don't.
advantage of you.
No, they're just trying to be your friend, and you're just kicking them and throwing them across the room.
All right, I'm back. Who's down being taken advantage of? From
Cats.
He doesn't like my cats, even though they try so hard to be his friend. Like he
I
will.
try really hard to like your cats.
You're allergic to cats, though.
I'm allergic to cats.
So, I mean-
I've been taught all my life that cats are the enemy.
Yep.
I mean,
Joe's right.
have my cats done anything to be mean to you?
I mean, their fur makes me itchy.
Right, but did they do that to you on purpose?
I mean, I think they would if they could.
You think so?
I think cats are mean.
I'm saying that the
They
cats.
have done nothing
I'm saying
to
that the cats
either of
exist, and that's why, yes, they've done something wrong
you.
for
They've
Joe.
done nothing to either of you. You both.
I
Joe
I,
has a
it's-
physical problem.
I like that you like cats. I like that about you.
I love dogs too. Like it's not a cat or dog thing. It's an animal thing. Like
But you
I
can-
enjoy animals.
See, I love dogs.
I don't like reptiles and snakes.
That's
They-
fine.
Me
they
neither.
creep me
I
out,
love
but-
dogs way more, but it's been a long time since I've actually like hung out with a dog and pet a dog, and because I don't have a dog.
I got
Yeah.
3 of them outside.
That's
If you wanna
true.
hang out.
Right.
So it's been a while since I've really like hung out with a dog though, and
Mm-hmm.
I've spent so much time with your silly cats. I almost said stupid, but your wife would kill me.
cats.
I spent so much time with your cats. I was just so distraught with myself. Eventually, I went on a date.
Distraught with
Yeah.
yourself
Yeah.
about these cats.
Eventually, I went on a date a few weeks ago, and
Brag about it.
yeah, we went back to her place, and
Ooh.
she had
Gee!
she had just to play with.
She had cats, so you left?
No, she had 3
You're like,
dogs.
I can't do this.
No, she had 3 dogs.
Oh, okay.
And so I petted and played with her dogs. And I'm like, this is so much better than Jace's cats.
And then
you never give my cats a chance.
what
though.
happened? Were you too affectionate with the dogs, and she was out? What
Dawn
happened?
was making out.
No,
with them.
it was
got a
the
little
girl-
bit weird. She was getting jealous.
No, it was the girl. No, it was the girl that lives in Logan.
Okay, so here's my problem with this whole Logan thing.
Mm-hmm.
That girl who lives in Logan,
Yeah, place that's not close.
Yeah.
an hour
drive.
and 15 minutes away.
No.
No,
How long
that
was
sounds
it?
right.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's
that
like
sounds right.
it's like 45 minutes.
Oh,
Depends on what side
from
of
where he's
Logan
where,
you're
from
going
where
to.
he's living. It's about.
That's
'Cause-
where I drove to go to Logan. That's where my wife lived.
It's true.
It's 45
Now,
minutes. 50 minutes.
so that was too far. Last week, you matched with somebody from Brazil,
Uh-huh.
and were upset that she didn't talk back with you.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah, what
So-
was your plan?
There's a breaking point where if she lives in Logan,
It's too far.
we're expected
No,
to...
it's too close.
It's
Joe.
too...
It's
it's
not
too
far
far,
enough.
but it's close enough that we're expected, like, at least twice a week we should probably do
I
something.
think once a week it's probably.
Once a week even is still rough. But in Brazil,
So she's just
there's
going.
zero expert.
She's just going to school in Logan, though, right?
No, she's from there, lives there. She's not
She
even going to
doesn't.
school.
Yeah, she doesn't have a car.
Yeah, she doesn't even have a
so-
car. Yeah, so I would be going to Logan. Anyways, so in Brazil, there's no expectation of that.
I mean,
We
until
can-
she comes here and you have to spend like a month with her straight.
See, I would
It makes up. for it.
probably prefer that.
I don't think you would.
No, I would probably prefer that. Because then for the next, when she goes back for the next 3 months, then we're just back to, texting and Skyping.
Here's the thing: long distance like that, if they come for a month or something,
You best be proposing.
you gotta be
Yeah.
doing something.
It's-
If they just go back and you go back to dating, like you've got a problem. That probably will not last.
You have to have a plan, game plan.
Yeah, and you probably have talked about it before she comes.
Hopefully.
I just found that to be
Surprise.
interesting. Logan was too far away, but Brazil was fine. I didn't understand.
Yeah, there's just the concept of
Too
breaking
far,
point.
too close.
Yeah, there's this middle ground. Logan's
An
like
hour and 15
Logan
minutes.
is the yeah.
You
an hour and
understand that I
15
do
minutes is the
more
gray
than that
area.
a day to go to work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're blowing it out of proportion a little bit.
But here's the thing: I'm not getting paid to take that travel.
Smooches are payment enough, are they not, down? It's been a while.
I mean, I did that drive multiple times a week, like for a girl.
For his wife.
I didn't get paid much. I was working at Toad's still at that point.
The fun zone.
Did
What a
not
terrible
have a
place
lot
to
of money
No, I love
to
working
get
at
things
Toad's.
done. No, Toad's was a great place to work.
Yeah.
It
Was there?
just
This
didn't
is
make
an,
a lot of money.
this is an arcade that we worked at. Yeah, I was the assistant GM and I made $10 an hour. So brag about it.
Money.
I swear, every friend I have worked at Toad's at some point.
Well, it was the only
It was the
place
easiest
near us
thing
that
to
wasn't
do.
fast food.
That's
Yeah.
true. I did work in fast
I
food.
basically
Yeah.
refused.
You
to
worked
work
at the
in fast
BK
food.
while we were playing laser tag.
We were
so-
playing laser tag for our job.
What a job.
I was supposed to get people in trouble if they were playing laser tag.
Listen, I didn't actually play. I just turned on a vest and shot people. Instead of the computer, but-
Yeah. I can just imagine
Who
you
played
like.
as Zephyr? Nobody.
I can
10
just,
people walked out of there. 11 vests turned on. What's going on?
yeah, I can just imagine you like swapping vests, like how they're titled, like, oh, this is Gizmo or something.
Mhm.
Someone takes the Gizmo, you swap the vests, and you turn on the Gizmo one in the bunker, and you just shoot
Yep.
it over and over again. So the Gizmo player just thinks, like, man, I was terrible.
Really, what he did actually.
They all have different names. You can't like change them up. So I
Well,
couldn't
no.
shoot one in there and have it be some
Can't you make
person
your
out
own
there.
name? If you
Yeah,
want?
you
Yeah, you gotta.
You could. I
Yeah,
bet.
you
I
can
think that's probably
understand.
lost upon this Toad's generation.
Yeah,
Actually.
you actually
Yeah.
cannot do it with the system that was in place while I was there.
Too many
and then they
Farticus?
updated it from there.
Well,
I
you
mean,
could do it. It's just
you couldn't
have
make a
the
new one.
cards and yeah, it was a mess.
many
Making a
people were
new
making
one
their name.
was
What was your
Farticus,
favorite laser tag name?
my favorite
Your
laser
favorite
tag game?
vest?
It was Rouge because it was supposed to be Rogue.
That just gave me a migraine. Was Rogue is what he's trying to say, but he's
No.
an idiot and said Rouge.
No,
Yeah.
because it was supposed to be Rogue. It was spelled Rouge.
What are you on about?
It was spelled Rouge,
How was it spelled?
not Rogue. I believe you spell Rouge like Rouge.
That is how you spell Rogue.
No, I think Rogue is UE at the end. I'm pretty sure.
Well, they're made in Australia.
Wow.
The
Okay, well,
whole
maybe-
gaming system's
Maybe
made
they
in
don't
Australia.
have the color
so-
Rouge.
Oh, well, that.
Maybe Rogue in Australia
that-
is spelled differently.
Yeah,
That would
if they're in
explain the
Australia,
Zephyr
that would
thing.
explain
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, then, I mean, yeah, so much is different.
Getting technical support from these people was a nightmare because you had to call and talk to somebody in Australia, which was not easy. To
And,
do.
like, it's literally the opposite sleep schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Like a
call
full-
them at 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. and they say, "Good day, mate."
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
They were fun to talk to.
Yeah.
Believe it or
I love
not,
Australians.
the biggest problem I had while working laser
Shout out
tag
Australia.
was the smoke.
Good
machines.
country / continent.
I'm allergic to whatever the heck is in that smoke liquid
Oh yeah,
stuff.
you were always a baby.
So I was like,
about it.
"Ugh,
I always
ugh,"
had to freaking
back
have
in
it.
laser tag.
The kids would come up to me.
breathe.
Will you turn the smoke on? The guy back there is a jerk.
I can't. So
Oh my
Aren't
god.
you allergic to chlorine?
I'm allergic to a lot of things.
Yeah.
I didn't know that about you. You're just allergic to everything.
A lot of things. Like I can manage my day-to-day life. Usually these things don't come up. Chlorine is the most common one, but if I take a shower quickly,
I am
after, it doesn't matter.
exceptionally allergic to grass, and so I had this bright idea after high school to mow lawns for a living for
Yeah.
a while. And did that for all
That'll
summer.
mess you up.
Oh man, I was a mess, dude.
Yeah.
Snotty. I was a snot
You
rocket.
were always in like, oh, it's just allergies.
Yeah, yeah. Right. You're gonna get me sick. I'm like, no, I'm only getting myself sick here.
Yeah.
That was an interesting.
Man, the
summer.
worst thing about Burger King is that you would think that everyone there was allergic to whatever's in Burger King. It's just because the fryers and the amount of grease and
Right.
the air there, it gets into your body and your nose. and your body
sounds like a great work.
and your body tells you that you're not supposed to be
you
breathing.
could take
this
a
air.
rolling pin down someone's like arm or something, and it would just have like ooze.
It's
coming
so
out of it.
greasy.
That is the
and
worst thing I've
yeah.
ever heard in my life.
It's just such greasy air, and so like
greasy
towards
food.
the end of a shift, like everyone's in the back just blowing their noses because it's so difficult.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's pretty nasty.
Note to self: Burger King is out.
Oh
I mean,
man, I made the
everything's
biggest
like
mistake
that.
of my life
McDonald's
the other day.
is so wonderful, though.
I made the biggest
McDonald's
mistake.
wrecks me, dude. Like I will spend the rest of the next day in the bathroom.
A lot of fast food wrecks me. But so I had just gotten out of the gym and I had to really hurry and
Did
get
you have
somewhere.
the old man?
No.
hating you?
So I really had to hurry and get somewhere, and I didn't have much money, which was a brutal combo, and I was really hungry.
Mm.
And I saw Burger King has 10 chicken nuggets for $1.
Yeah.
And I thought, like,
Those
well,
chicken nuggets are not good
here
chicken
we
nuggets.
go. And I went and I pulled up into the drive-thru and I asked specifically, like, 10 for $1, right? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to need 3 of those.
Yeah, that's what I did. It's like I got 30 nuggets the one day.
And I drove off and I was eating them as I went. And I'm like, this is a great idea. About 4 nuggets in, I'm like, this
These are
is
bad.
not a good
Yeah.
idea.
When I worked at the machine shop and would work ridiculous amounts of overtime to survive, I would always go to Burger King because they had that rodeo
Good
The rodeo
Good
burger, yeah.
rodeo
it's
burger.
like $1.
It's $1.
Yeah.
So I would find quarters in my car or
That's what I
wherever
do
I
for my
could,
drink
and
at
that's what I
Maverick.
ate.
Mhm.
So I don't know. That's the only Burger King thing I've really eaten.
The rodeo burger is probably
rodeo
one of the
burger.
best burgers on the menu. To be
It's like
fair.
chicken, barbecue sauce, and an onion ring.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's it.
Chicken?
You mean a beef?
Yeah, it's
patty?
beef
It's like
with an
rodeo
onion
burger
ring
with
and
chicken.
barbecue.
It's like that's what
Yeah.
I meant.
So, Joe, have you been able to find any news stories this week?
Yes, I did. And,
Is it about an animal?
Then I gave Elliot my phone to listen to Coco so she would go to sleep. But the news story that I read was this lady had to have emergency dental surgery because of one of those plastic fang toys got stuck.
Oh,
She
Couldn't get it off. Yeah, she couldn't get it
Ew.
off. She felt like it was too
This
tight,
is like
and then she couldn't get it off.
suctioned on there.
Was it really just vacuum pressure?
I know that.
No, I don't
that
think
was
it'd be
a-
the
because
vacuum
I
pressure
feel
because
like
they have that opening
they
in
have
the
the
back and you could just
arch in the
pull
back.
on that.
So they were just made for kids,
They were
and she
too
was putting them
small.
on an
They got
adult's
like underneath her gums.
and she really
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, so the article said something like it was a $1 toy that ended up costing her thousands.
Yeah,
She
no
had to
kidding.
have emergency dental
Oh
surgery.
Dental
my
stuff
gosh,
isn't
I'm never
cheap.
using one of those again.
I think those
I
are
hate
nasty.
those things.
They're so gross.
They're
You
not
take
good.
them out of your mouth. They're
It's
full
just
with
full of
slobber.
spit. Yeah.
And then
They're one-time use. That's for
you
sure.
take them when you get them when you do take them off your teeth. They like slip back and gag you every time. I'm gonna gag right now. Just
All right, I
talking
feel
about
like
it.
you're taking them off wrong. I don't think I've ever had
I
that.
don't know how
problem.
you're taking them off. Joe.
I hate them. I hate them. I have bad gag reflex. I hate them so much. And when we worked Toads, they were like a 5-ticket item. So
Yeah,
they're
they're
just
the throw.
slobber-filled teeth plastering the fun zone at all times.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Well, they were on the floor from the
I-
kids or whatever.
I can't believe that this. I mean, she must have put them in and then bit down.
Yeah, I
and
don't know.
really
She
tried to
probably
get in there.
tried to like eat something.
Blah blah blah.
Or,
Blah, blah, blah.
Probably not a blah blah blah.
Is Hotel Transylvania 3 any good? I haven't watched it yet.
Oh,
haven't
it's
seen the third
really
one.
good. It's really good. I didn't think the second one was very good.
The
But
second one was not good.
the third one really
Third one
was
worth watching?
very good.
The-
My wife
first one
absolutely
was
adores
one
the
of my
second one. I
favorites.
don't mind it, but it's not my favorite.
I love Hotel Transylvania.
The first one was one of my favorites.
So many people were dogging on me because I would proudly say that Hotel Transylvania was one of my top movies.
I remember
like,
I
in
would-
the top 20.
I would go over to
probably.
Dallin's house. We'd watch Hotel Transylvania or Wreck-It Ralph. Like,
Any time of the year.
nonstop.
I love Wreck-It Ralph. I'm excited for
Ralph's
the new
really
one.
good. I'm
I
excited
am
for the
not
second one
excited
as well.
for the new one.
Really?
Yeah, I've been lost on it. Especially, I saw that first trailer or whatever in like February or something this year. It has been a long time waiting, and I haven't seen anything else on it. Like no promotions.
I just
for
saw
it at
something
all.
on Facebook about it today. So
I'm excited for it.
I mean, if it's good, I'll see it. I'll probably just Redbox it or whatever.
generally, Disney sequels aren't awesome. So
Right, but they took so long to make this one. I feel like they could figure it out.
yeah.
Anyway, I think that's about time for us this week. Do you guys have anything else you
This
want to?
podcast went by really fast.
Yeah. Nothing else you guys want to add for this week? Anything dire that you want to bring up to the group?
Please listen to our podcast. Please get your friends to listen to our podcast.
I'm
Yeah.
single.
Dallin is
Dallin
single.
is single.
So first and foremost, make sure we find Dallin a date by next week.
Yeah, that'd be great.
After that, if you guys can like, share, subscribe, just get people watching, listening, that'd be great. Help us out a lot. I don't think there's anything else for us. So I'm Jace.
I'm Dallin.
And I'm Joe. Thanks, guys.